Hey everybody, and welcome back to Pierce Gaming News. I know I said I wasn't going to do a video today on Facebook, but I literally just came across this article. I don't even know how old it is, but it just got me thinking, really? Alright, so FIFA 16, I did a random search on FIFA 16 to see if there's any news, and this came up. So FIFA 16 is rumored to have a story mode, and I was like, oh no, here we go. Okay. So, my take on this is, okay, story modes don't need to be in a sports video game. I have no desire for a sports franchise to get a story mode. NBA kinda took me away from that series because there's a cutscenes after pretty much every game. Now, it's not much in 2K15, but it's still annoying. I like to just play a game, get in and get out and go to the next one. I don't need a story mode on top of it, if you guys follow what I'm saying. So, then I got thinking, I'm like, oh, please, EA. Your last story mode in the game was Fight Night Champion, and that was a downward spiral from the get-go. I mean, the story mode sucked. So, EA, no. FIFA 16 doesn't need a story mode. It's just gonna get very repetitive, very stupid, very fast. And I don't know what your guys' take on this is, but let me know down in the comments because... I don't believe in story modes in a sports video game, but in The Witcher, something like that, I totally agree with. I agree with 100% to have a story mode because that's a story-driven game. Sports games are not story-driven. I feel like franchise is your story mode. You're picking your season, you're picking your players, and you could win the World Series, or you can go get 60 wins on the season or 40 wins. It all depends. That's my story mode to me. NBA, I shied away from that, and I feel like if sports video games do this all together, continuously make story modes, it's gonna turn sports video games off for me, and I'm a big fan of sports, so that's saying a lot. I'll go to a different series. I'll go to The Witcher. I don't know how many other series are out there, but I'll go to a series like that and follow it hardcore, because if I'm gonna play a story, I'm gonna play a story-driven game. I'm not gonna play a sports game with a story mode built into it. That's stupid. I don't know who would even want to do that. But people are probably begging, oh, FIFA, put a story mode in. I don't know why people feel the need to put a story mode in a sports game. I feel like I don't need to have a story mode to get my fulfillment of enjoyment out of it. But that's my personal opinion, and I know a few other people that I know agree with me that play sports games. They don't want story mode in a game at all. But a majority of the community wants story. It's shut up. Go play a stinking story-driven game if you want a story. You don't need to play it in sports and ruin it for everybody else. And I was reading a few comments on it, and it says it turns people off completely from the game. It ruins the replay value as well. Now, that is obviously true, because I'm not going to go in and play my player when I can get 6 or 8 games done, or probably even more than that, in MLB or Madden even. I'm not going to go in because there's a stinking cutscene after every game. Okay, that's not going to happen when I could get way more games done on a different sports game that doesn't have story mode, and I get the same amount of enjoyment, if not more enjoyment, out of not having cutscenes. I just want to get in and get out to the next game, Now, they could put small cutscenes in, say it's your first, I don't know, I'm using baseball as a reference. Say it's your first major league game. Alright, you have veterans walk up to you before the game. Alright, good luck out there, Rook. Something smaller, if you're in the bullpen and you're closer or relief pitcher at the time, make the manager say, alright, Pierce, start warming up, and then you throw 15 to 20 warm-up pitches in the bullpen, but you can still glance over and see what's happening in the game. Something small like that would be pretty cool. But as for FIFA and a full story-driven scripted story, no. Okay? Now this gets me worried for Madden. This is gonna put the final nail in the coffin for Madden. And Joe Montana football better live up to the hype, because, yeah, I'm done with Madden. If EA goes the story mode route, I'm done with FIFA, done with Madden, and I love FIFA. FIFA 15 is one of the best sports game I've played. It's MLB The Show than FIFA. So that's a lot. Now I know people are gonna be like, oh, FIFA's not realistic. It is pretty realistic, okay? Yeah, it's, an EA driven product, but it's pretty good for what they have. I mean, I'm not a huge soccer fan, but I'm pretty good knowledgeable, with soccer, and it follows it pretty well, my opinion again. So yeah, if Madden goes with a story mode scripted, you know, for EA games now, count me out. Count me out of EA games forever. Unless they change their ways. Because I know there's going to be a lot of people who won't even buy it now if they go with the story mode. And I feel, honestly, that's how I feel. There doesn't need to be a story mode in a game. At, like, zero story mode tolerance for me. Because, if, like I said earlier, if I'm going to play a story, I'm going to play a story-driven game. For example, some other game that doesn't involve sports. Pretty much, you know, it's pretty much how it is. I don't know what you guys let me know what you guys think. Do you guys want to see story mode in sports games or no? Because I feel like it has zero ability in sports games. Zero tolerance for that. But like I said, the small cutscenes like that wouldn't be too bad, you know, 15, 30-second cutscenes. But you don't need to have your guy going back to his apartment and getting scripted like, oh, is it assigned to Jordan? It's like, okay, great, good for you. That happens to everybody. You know, I don't know. Just a rant that I wanted to go on because sports with story modes do not have any tolerance for me and either my friends either, because a lot of my friends play sports games. That's the dumbest thing. It seriously takes so much replay value out of it. Like, I have NBA 2K15, and I will admit I do play it, but I honestly don't play my player. I literally played the rest of my first season. Like, I think it started from halfway and then it finished on. I think I played the rest of that, and I signed a 2-year deal with the Heat, and I never played it again because I'm sick of looking at cutscenes when I could play MLB The Show and get done with probably 15 to 20 games in that amount of time that I could play one single game with cutscenes in NBA. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would you guys want to see a full-on scripted story, or would you want to see small cutscenes like I prefer? Or do you just want to keep it how it is now, like in FIFA, Madden, MLB The Show, what we have now? Let me know. Alright guys, that's all that I want to talk about today. It's a little bit going on a little bit of a rant today, but alright, make sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.